Well, it is beginning to rain. One huge black cloud has moved from the ocean over the course. That's a shame. It wasn't supposed to rain. A lot of the drivers probably have not had a chance to change to rain tires, and we could have some wicked driving conditions. It could mean there'll be a lot of slipping and sliding, and it could mean also that the more powerful cars, like Ford's Hussein, McLaren's Olds, and the Chaparrals, well, their conditions won't be exactly right. There's number 10, the car of Pedro Rodriguez, who is driving a 4-liter Ferrari. The Ferraris, by the way, the Porsches, and some of the lighter, less powerful cars can really go in the rain. Just a few seconds now to the start. The drivers are in position. It is still raining. Not a heavy rain, but enough to put a glaze, a slippery glaze of water on the track. There's the flag. The Nassau Trophy race is underway. And he's got a slight lead as they go onto the SO bridge. They're bunched up as they head for the British Colonial Loop. Penske, Sharp, and Hudson fighting for the lead along with the Ferrari of Rodriguez. Dan Gurney and Bruce McLaren are late getting off. Half Sharp in his Chaparral Chevy number 66 is fighting for the lead with Skip Hudson and the number 94 Cooper Chevy. Pedro Rodriguez and the 4-liter Ferrari number 10 is running third. Number 92, Bob Johnson, of the Cobra's fourth, A.J. Fort fifth, and then Penske. It's raining. It is slippery, but so far no accidents. The rain has slowed the pace, and this could wind up as the slowest first lap, by the way, in the 11-year history of the Nassau Trophy race. Take a look at that water. Hap Sharp in number 66 still out in front. Pedro Rodriguez in the number 10 Ferrari is now moved into second place, past Skip Hudson, who is in the Cooper Chevy number 94. Bob Johnson, number 92, in a Cobra, is fourth. The pit straight. It's the end of the first lap. The leader, Hap Sharp in the Chaparral. Second, Pedro Rodriguez at Ferrari number 10, down Simonette Straight, heading for the British Colonial Loop. Rodriguez of Mexico City, a great driver in a Ferrari sports car, with a good chance to win this race if the rain keeps up. Rodriguez is just a few seconds behind Sharp, and he is challenging. Well, it is raining. The lap times are slow, but the leaders, nevertheless, as you can see as they come around the corner, are beginning to lap the slower drivers. Rodriguez is narrowing the gap. As we said, Ferraris are more steady in the rain, and that, by the way, automatic transmission on the Chaparral could be a disadvantage because it increases the wheel spin. And in this race, many of the favorites are still back in the pack. We haven't seen Roger Penske, and he was the one who made a good start. In spite of the power, Cobras are doing all right. A.J. Ford and Hussein is having problems with his powerful Dodge engine car. Hussein is the most powerful car in the race, but it's got a lot of wheel spin. When Ford applies that power, and with the slippery track, it's not good. Penske now through the pilot house corner. He's pursued by Bruce McLaren and his Olds. Bruce's car number 5 is new, but apparently going well. Dan Gurney in a Ford-powered Lotus 19. He got a bad start, but he's moving up. There's the first wreck. It is number 64, Hugh Dibley, in a Brabham BT8 Climax, and he's out. The rain is beginning to take its toll. There's Roger Penske off the road. He apparently is out of the race. There goes Hap Sharp by him, and look at Penske put his thumbs up, asking him to go on. Rodriguez is pressing Sharp, though. Rodriguez in number 10, a Ferrari, has the lead over Hap Sharp. Okay, John, but here's a development. Look at this. Number 1, A.J. Ford, is coming into the pits again. There's one of the world's great race drivers, and he's looking at his carburetors. The chief mechanic is John Culp. This will hurt in his efforts to win this race. All drivers must make one pit stop. There's John Mecom. But A.J. did not mean to make this pit stop.
Picking up on you. Okay. You're doing good, though. You're picking up reinforcement.
Sharp is making some kind of signs at the pits, and it may be that he'll be asking Roger Penske to take over for him since the rain is letting up. Here comes Dan Gurney. Hap Sharp, he's into the pits, and here comes your driver change. Remember, it has stopped raining now, and Penske can drive very well on a dry course. Sharp, who drives very well in the rain, has given up his car to it. There is Hap Sharp. And, of course, he's a member of the team along with Penske, and he, along with owner Jim Hall, wants very much to win this race.
In a moment, we'll go back to the Bahamas, where Pedro Rodriguez Ferrari is leading temporarily, and the pursuers include Dan Gurney and Roger Penske, now at the wheel of Hap Sharp's Chaparral.
The pace is picking up considerably since the rain has disappeared from Nassau. A beautiful day now, but to the drivers more important, the track has become a lot quicker. Jim Hall is understandably concerned. You've heard Jim speak, and we understand that the Chaparral's lap times were better in practice than Gurney's, but Penske can't get ahead. He's still running second. Well, there's a long way to go for Jim Hall. Hold it. Something has happened to Gurney's car. I beg your pardon, he could be coming in for a mandatory pit stop, but apparently not, because if he were doing that, he would simply jump out of the car and jump back in. And Dan doesn't seem to be in any hurry, although his mechanics, of course, are. Dan, if you don't know, I don't know either, but something has put Dan Gurney's car out of the race. So that means that Roger Penske has gone into the lead.
Look at the rubber joints possibly, but I think the clutches.
And there's the sign, Dan is out. Penske now has a pretty good lead over McLaren. And by the way, McLaren still has got to make his mandatory pit stop. There's McLaren at number 5. Penske, remember, is driving Sharp's car. And they made a pit stop when the drivers switched, so they're all right. McLaren, we now find out, is 21 seconds behind Penske. McLaren's car is moving very well, and he's not too far behind. Remember, he's got that pit stop to make. Now the question is McLaren coming in for his mandatory pit stop, or is there something wrong? Well, mandatory, you saw him get out and he's now back in and ready to go again, so that's his mandatory pit stop. But of course that is going to increase the lead of Roger Penske, as Bruce had a little trouble getting the engine started. He's still having trouble. As he heads back for the track, Penske officially has an 88-second lead. There is Roger Penske, very close to victory in Nassau Speedweek's biggest race in a Chevy Chaparral owned by Jim Hall. Still looks concerned. This race isn't over yet. Yesterday, Roger hit one of the course markers and knocked suspension awry, but he is driving all right now. Sharp started out on his car. Roger Penske's going to wind up in it. moments to go before victory lap. Roger Penske has won. And look at Jim Hall. Is he happy? Second is Bruce McLaren. Third is Pedro Rodriguez in a Ferrari. And Tom Grossman, also in a Ferrari, is fourth. But what a wonderful victory for Jim Hall in the Chaparral cars. We started out with him back in Texas. We've come to Nassau, and his cars have won. And despite the fact that only one finished, it's the right one. Here comes Roger Penske. His average, over 252 miles, or better than 89 miles an hour.